Here we've got the pottery that's on the fence outside. That one was one of a series of Russian dolls that we had in Gilbanks. Most of these are from Gilbanks, made by children and adults. There, flowers. So, I don't know what you call that. It's like a butterfly, but didn't. That was quite a creative idea of 3 dolphins. This is a flower. A little emblem made by a boy, I seem to remember. Another leaf, but this leaf's got a little insect growing, look. And that's must be a kind of fish. There's one of the bugs, the ladybirds. Somebody's written something, their philosophy of life. Then we've got a big leaf with a butterfly on it. Part of the leaf's fallen off. There's a beautiful acorn made on a bit of flower. That's on a leaf. Butterfly, some round wheels, a larger leaf. This is a plaque, a combination of made by children to do with the Ovis and Wildlife group. So we got a combination of things you might see in nature. Then along here, this is made by, that's to stop you getting out. Yes, to stop you getting out.
Yeah, come on, we'll go this way. Logan! Not fair enough.
This is a picture made by 2
Logan,
people.
You come in. Man, you can open your presents. Come here.
And then we've got a cat.
Come on.
And that one's a snail. And there's a frog. There's a frog. And a big flower with bits been chewed off. Bye. There's a flower. Another flower with a bit off the bottom. That's a lovely combination of butterflies and leaves. Seen better days, but it's still looking pretty good. There's a figure that Gary made. I remember doing it. That's made by somebody quite artistic in the form of a mask. And we got a fish and 2 more wheels. That's a picture made by Paul. And then a cat. This is quite a lovely little flower made by 2 flowers, one on the top of the other. Got a fish, an EM. That could have come from the path going up from the gill. Here's a butterfly, another flower, and an echo of the famous pig that was made by Nigel. He came along and made a beautiful picture of a 3D pig. Became a children's favourite. And then lastly, a flower made by one flower put on top of the other. These are very similar in idea to the pottery that's along the path between on the entrance to Churchwalk School, where every child in the school made a fish. Most of the teachers made a fish, and then some of the parents came along to school, and they think the pottery really adds to the feel of the place, which is why they've been put here. Some people may think that these spikes sticking out are dangerous. I think that's a bit far-fetched, in that they're perfectly obvious and you don't have to walk close by. And what's the point? What's wrong with a little bit of danger these days? It makes you more aware of where you're walking. So I feel things that reflect the people in the neighbourhood and add interest to our streets is what's needed in Ulverston. It makes it a little bit different from other towns where people haven't got an opportunity of expressing their artistic ability. So I'm glad we've been enabled to put this here by the good relationship we've had with South Laken District Council in the past. We've got to know in particular Peter Clark, who's helped us time and time again keep the park up to a high standard, whereas other people that run the parks haven't been so sympathetic. Peter Clark also helped us with providing this wooden fence, which has been a real improvement to what was there, because the one originally was gradually falling apart. So we're glad to have celebrated now 3 years of cooperation with South Laken District Council, and this has been the result. Sweet peas, pottery, lots of flowers around the borders. The litter is picked up by local people. We've made the picnic tables that have really encouraged parents to come here because they can sit and chat and enjoy this small park.